Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tower of God New World. In today's video, we got Dev Note number 15. You guys already know when it comes to Dev Notes, I always get excited about Dev Notes because it really excites me to see how the devs are going to, make the game better, what plans they have for the game in the future, and of course, future upcoming characters. So let's go ahead and read this Dev Note. I'm going to try my best to read this whole thing. You guys already know Dev Notes, they're really long, so bear with me. Okay, here we go. With more excitement for the October developers note than ever, we are approaching this dev note with a greater sense of responsibility. All right, we're going to see some accountability from the devs. Hopefully they talk about Expirable Suspendium and how shitty it is. In the 13th November dev note, we shared our goal to incorporate player feedback into dev notes, presenting specific updates and plans through screenshots rather than just text. As a reminder, we are committed to providing detailed, concrete answers over general responses like under consideration or under review. Thank you. Like, don't just sit there. Like, when we ask you guys a question about something, you're like, that's under review, that's under consideration, don't worry about it. Give us a clear answer so we can understand what you guys are doing. We estimate that we will need about a month between each update to achieve these goals. We'd like to start off this developer's note by addressing some of the feedback we've received. So number one, character acquisition and development. Since character acquisition and development are key aspects of the game, this area has garnered the most focus. On October 23rd, we implemented a special check-in event offering a guaranteed SSR grade teammate every day for 105 days, along with an SSR plus teammate every 5 days. We believe this update addresses the request for an improved check-in event and helps regulars acquire essential teammates. Additionally, as mentioned in our live broadcast, we plan to expand ticket sources and introduce a system by the end of October to make SSR characters more accessible. With the addition of the non-stop summons for SSR grade teammates, regulars can now earn summon tickets simply by sending friendship points. We hope this update provides a valuable opportunity for those who need SSR teammates to obtain more of them. Now, this is the thing though. What they're doing with the whole SSR thing and the SSR plus characters is totally fine. Like, this is perfect. But the problem is when it comes to the non-stop summon event, you guys didn't really add Princess Anak, you guys didn't add Endorsi, you guys didn't add you guys pretty much didn't add these characters into the non-stop summon event. You guys should have added them. So they do need to add new characters in these events so that we have the opportunity to invest in these units. Hopefully for the next SSR non-stop summon event, they add Princess Anak and Endorsi. We are also working to make it easier to obtain new SSR teammates through exclusive summons. All right, that's really good. That's actually good right there. Starting with the SSR grade teammates releasing in November. That pretty much confirms that we are going to get SSR characters for November, which is very good. Our policy is to make acquiring SSR teammates easier than before while still allowing regulars to use their existing normal summon tickets. We hope this addresses some of the suggestions you have shared. Tower of God features a diverse and captivating roster of characters, and we have received many questions about the release timing of popular characters, as well as requests for specific characters to be created. We are actively coordinating these aspects and working on character production. We understand the concerns about the release of frequency of new characters and aim to balance new releases with the continued relevance of characters regulars have already invested in. We plan to support ongoing character acquisition and development of characters through special events at key release times and milestones. We will also provide more information on improvements in the archive expansion in the main body of this developer's note. Overall, this is good. The fact that they're going to give new SSR characters, I think they're going to give them their own exclusive banner, as it says right here, SSR teammates, new SSR teammates through exclusive summons. So it seems like they are going to have, like a similar banner system compared, like they're going to have their own exclusive banner, just like SSR plus characters, how they have their own special summon banner. So this is actually very, very good. And there's literally nothing but like, this is just a W overall. SSR characters every single day and SSR plus characters every single 5 days. Very, very good. Now moving on, we have optimization issue. To address optimization, we are enhancing the game by analyzing error reports from various devices and conducting device profiling. Additional improvements were made in the October 23rd update, reducing the frequency of unexpected closures due to high memory usage by freeing up memory during scene transitions. And optimization work has been carried out for scrolling. In addition, we have also tackled the loading failure issue when resuming adventures after a sudden closure. A backup system now saves the last battle record in multiple copies, so if the most recent battle recorded is corrupted, the previous one can be retrieved, helping to reduce loading issues to a certain event. We will continue working to minimize unexpected closures. If I'm being honest, this is still a problem. Literally last night I was progressing in adventure mode and the game just crashed on me, and I went back into the game and it didn't save my progress at all. I had to restart. So I think that, in my opinion, this is cap. I think this is cap. They did not fix this shit. It's still a problem. In response to other inquiries, the 9/11th, I think this is September, June, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, September. September 11th update removed the graphic options for devices that meet the minimum specifications. Since these devices have limited capabilities and are prone to overheating and crashes, we concluded that excluding them entirely from our list of supported devices was not a feasible solution. Instead, we have adjusted settings to ensure minimal gameplay remains possible. We prioritize instability. We prioritize optimization and stability, and will continue to focus on these areas. Our goal is to demonstrate improvements with each update. So, as long as they're trying to, make the game a lot more playable, that's totally fine with me. But there are still some problems in this game, and they still need to optimize the game. Like, I feel like they need to have a huge patch, a huge update where they're specifically focusing on improving the game's performance, because the crashes, uh my phone literally turning into a hot potato whenever I'm playing this game, it's ridiculous. So there are still problems and they have to fix it. The next thing we have is Shinsu Link upgrade. With the October 23rd update, the maximum level of Shinsu Link has been expanded to 1,200. There have been consistent requests regarding the acquisition of growth resources for Shinsu Link. We consistently allocate shared growth resources as event rewards, and we're also enhancing operations in this area. In particular, during the uh, August 14th update, there was an overall increase in the loot rewards from clearing adventures, which was applied retroactively. Notably, starting from chapter 106, the amount of Link EXP acquired has significantly increased, resulting in an overall enhancement of adventure progression. Now for number 4, it says expanding the uses for surplus currency. We implemented a system for melting items to help regulars manage surplus currency. We will also expand the types of currency that can be used in the system and increase the variety of items available for exchange in the shop, allowing players to make better use of their surplus currency. The opening date will be announced through a separate operations calendar. So they're pretty much talking about the melting event. A tutorial skip feature. This question was raised during the last broadcast as well. For regulars who are familiar with the game, we are developing a feature that will allow them to skip the intro and tutorial when starting on a new server after switching servers. We aim to have this feature available by the end of the year at the latest. Next thing we have is new content and modes following the conquest of the tower. We have accelerated the updates for adventure and trial content, but some regulars have still managed to conquer the tower quickly and express a need for more content between updates. In response, as announced in our recent broadcast, we are preparing a hard mode in addition to expansion of adventure floors 135 or higher. The adventure expansion will be introduced in the body of this developer's note. The hard mode is being designed as an area you can enter after climbing the top floor of the adventure mode, which will remain available until the next adventure is added. We will keep you informed through the developer's note as details are finalized. Additionally, updates to Champions Fight League, Revolution Room, Giga Boss Battle, and Hell Train Arena are being finalized for a smoother, stable rotation. We are also preparing a new game mode release alongside the upcoming Alliance Rivalry. We are developing a new boss battle and PvE PvP modes, all of which will be introduced in stages. As each mode is ready, we provide updates through the developer's notes. Major W, as long as they're adding new content into the game, that's very good, keeping the game alive. Now, I will be honest, when it comes to Giga Boss Battle, that shit was boring as hell. Champions Fight League, I mean, it's literally nothing but a prediction fest. And Hell Chain Arena is actually pretty good. It's just that for Hell Chain Arena, they added Expirable Suspidium as a reward, which just doesn't make any sense to me. So, they just gotta do something about that. The next thing we have is diversification of event campaign modes. We are continuously developing new events, but we have heard feedback that the core structure linking the story, battles, and missions in the main campaign, commonly referred to as the Red Snapper event, has started to feel repetitive and tedious. I agree. Although this structure is common across similar genre games and provides uh, familiarity, we are preparing to introduce fresh event types to enhance the experience. While the Labyrinth of Memory was designed with diversification in mind, we recognize the need for even more unique and engaging elements to keep gameplay enjoyable. The next thing we have is race team formation and exchange shop. Following the stage race, the newly introduced Tower Race event has organized teams based on the Shinsu Link rank, creating groups of regulars with closer link levels compared to the previous random or adventure progress based grouping methods. However, it is challenging to ensure all regulars are matched with those similar to them. In response to feedback, we are considering allowing multiple attempts in the Tower Race event. If players complete the race to the end, we could implement a reset option to enable quicker completions while adding a fun element to the event. However, we are mindful that this could also be stressful, so we are carefully evaluating it. Notable, top players often complete laps within 1 to 2 hours, and time reduction through resets might further enhance competition. We will provide more details through announcements once any changes are confirmed. While there is room for improvement in the team formation aspect of other races, please keep in mind that random placements play a role in maintaining a minimum level of fairness. Therefore, it is not entirely accurate to assert that any one approach is definitely right. Regarding the exchange shop, where various items can be exchanged for race points, we have now made it a permanent feature in the workshop store's bottom menu. Previously available only during events, this setup encourages regulars to accumulate points consistently through race participation, allowing them to exchange for the items they desire as they play. For active participants, we understand many have already reached their purchase limits and have requested resets. As a first step, we plan to increase the purchase limits with the initial increase set for the I think this is November 6th update. Following that, we will explore a fair way to implement limit resets. Honestly, when it comes to the race, I think the stage race, event, I don't really care, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't really care that much, so I can't really say much about it. For the people who do care, I mean, this is probably good news or bad news for you. But me personally, I just don't really care overall. So it is what it is. Number 9, inconvenience regarding the display of unobtainable collaboration teammates in the Codex. Very interesting. So we understand that some regulars find satisfaction in fully completing the Codex and clearing all red dot notifications. We understand for those who join after the collaboration event period, seeing collaboration teammates in the Codex with no current plans for their return can be frustrating. To address this, we are working on a feature that allows you to hide these teammates as an option. That's crazy. They really said that we are not going to give you these collab characters. Like, if you think we're going to give you these collab characters, go fuck yourself. It's not going to happen. So, for all the people who've been coping, including me, my apologies, I had to restart that. But for the people who've been coping like me for collab characters, it's just not going to happen. So it seems like they have no plans for us to obtain collaboration characters in the future. It is what it is. Next thing we have is enhancements to the ignition weapon system. The October 23rd update introduced improvements to the ignition weapon system, making it more user-friendly. We are grateful for the positive feedback from many regulars who use a variety of ignition weapons. We have also received requests for enhanced filtering options. In November, we are introducing a new feature that lets you filter by the number of options. Additionally, on the enhancement material selection screen, you will be able to filter for equipment with 3 options to use as material. We are also adding a long touch function for the plus and minus buttons through material selection, allowing you to continuously adjust quantities by holding down the button. Furthermore, some regulars have requested the addition of a 5 set effect. However, we have already carefully configured the set effects for ignition weapons, and any modifications could significantly impact game balance. We kindly ask for your understanding as this feature is not currently under consideration for implementation. So they are thinking about a 5th set effect, which is very interesting. And for this 5th set effect, um, it will be really interesting if they added like, wait, actually for the 5th set effect, okay, are they talking about like stats, or are they talking about like a 5th main stat? I don't know, but the new ignition weapon enhancement feature is really good. Really helps out a lot of people, and this right here is also pretty good. The fact that you're able to hold down the plus and minus button, and you can add a lot of wet Shinsu whetstone, or you can pretty much upgrade your ignition weapons a lot easier. So this is a W. The next thing we have is addressing the fatigue from event content. We have received feedback regarding fatigue from modes like the Revolution Room, Hell Train Arena, and Tower of Alliances. In response, we have introduced quick auto results in the Revolution Room in Season 2, which has significantly reduced stress. In Season 3, we will impose further by excluding new teammates in the early stages of specific modes such as the Nemesis. For the Hell Train Arena, adjustments were made in Season 2, limited areas accessible from Floating Island and Victory conditions were strengthened to elevate stress. We are also planning to implement quick auto results tailored to the characteristics of Tower of Alliances, along with measures being implemented to respond to its requests of its operation cycle, including weekends. We will continue to review your feedback closely and work towards ongoing improvements. And next thing we have is character balance adjustments. In our previous broadcast, we announced that we will be enhancing the abilities of Viole and Yurik Mazino, and these changes were implemented in the October 23rd update. Additionally, adjustments were made to data gusting. We are pleased to report that the buffs for these 3 characters have been well received, which is encouraging. Yeah, the buff for Viole is so good, and the Yurik Mazino buff, I'll say it's decent. Like, it's not insanely broken, but it's decent, and Gusting's buff was actually pretty solid. Additionally, there have been suggestions that Yurik Mazino, being a more unique character, should be released on par with the family head. As he has already appeared as a character, we are open to the idea of creating an additional character based on the new content revealed in the original work, and we will address this during the operation process. Very interesting. So, new rarity, I'm playing. They're pretty much saying that Yurik Mazino, I think he's going to have a stronger version in the future. Who knows? But this right here, pretty dope. Suggestions regarding the Tri-Essence facility. Regarding the Tri-Essence, regulars can currently identify which teammates belong to the Strength, Dexterity, and Intelligent types using the Apply Teammates button. However, we have received feedback requesting that this information also be displayed on the teammate management screen. To address this, we plan to enhance the interface by adding an icon that indicates the character type when selected, or by incorporating the Tri-Essence's signature colors into the role icons. Additionally, we received a request to implement an OR function for the grade settings during automatic changes. Currently, if you set the grade to B and utilize the auto change feature, the process will stop once a character of grade B or A is selected. So this functionally is already available for use. The next thing we have is upgrades to the simulation function. Some regulars have requested the ability to simulate the Revolution feature. We will initially introduce this capability to friendly matches with a level cap of 6 and gradually incorporate it into the arena simulator. This is a major W because arena simulation is so dog shit when it comes to testing characters, because you don't even have Revolution and ignition weapons. So this is a W overall, the fact that we can test a Revolution in arena simulation. Furthermore, we plan to introduce practice matches for the Alliance Expedition bosses, a feature that has been frequently requested to facilitate the exploration of boss strategies using various decks. Major W. Feedback on Labyrinth of Memories. I'm not going to read this because it's just people talking about the Labyrinth of Memories, pretty much the Traumaray event that we had a couple months back. Auto progress improvement. Alongside resolving the sensitivity issue with auto progress unlock, we will first introduce a feature that allows the maximum speed and the auto button to function simultaneously during auto progress. We're also working on enabling auto progress activation through a pause button during combat, which we'll implement as soon as it is ready. Addressing players suspected of using unauthorized third-party programs. We are greatly appreciated. We greatly appreciate reports regarding players suspected of utilizing unauthorized third-party programs. We want to emphasize that we address this issue through automatic detection systems and verification processes for accounts exhibiting suspicious behavior. Please be advised that we impose a permanent ban without any warning, even for a single verified incident according to the operations policy. Honestly, when it comes to players cheating in gacha games, it's just sad. Like, the fact that you're cheating in a gacha game, like, what do you gain from that? It's a gacha game at the end of the day, and like, in order for you to have a very powerful account, you got to spend money. It is what it is. And if you're gonna cheat, why play gacha games at this point? Like, you might as well just play something else. So I don't know why people cheat in these type of games. It just makes no sense to me. You don't gain anything from it besides just being on top of the leaderboard or whatever. But I honestly want to figure out what these people, like, why are they using third-party programs in a gacha game? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Feedback on Kallavan, the original Corps commander's performance balance. This is very interesting. It is likely that this feedback comes from players who have a deep affection for Kallavan. We also put considerable care into his design. While some responses have been highly positive, others have noted that he can be strategically challenging or somewhat ambiguous to utilize. We would like to clarify our design intentions as well as examples to help you maximize the effective use of Kallavan. With Kallavan, it is essential to accumulate Essence of Nothingness early in the battle by utilizing his skills. Each time he gains Essence of Nothingness, his defense increases, which reduces the damage he takes and makes it increasingly difficult for him to lose that Essence of Nothingness over time. When pairing Kallavans with teammates, it is beneficial to team him up with teammates of the same green element. So they're pretty much giving us some tips and advice on how to use Kallavan. So for all the people who've been complaining about Kallavan, they basically said skill issue. I'm playing. But they're saying that he works best in a green element team. And they say units like Healing Flame Yua, this strategy helps reduce the likelihood of Kallavan being eliminated before he can accumulate Essence of Nothingness in the early stages of the battle. If he can create a teammate combination that allows him a bit of time to build Essence of Nothingness early on, Kallavan will be able to demonstrate impressive tanking and damage dealing abilities as his defense and attack power increase. Additionally, Back Bomber can pull enemy units that are tightly positioned in the back line to the center of the battlefield, making them easier to target. If the enemy backline features a powerful teammate, consider utilizing Kallavan actively. Enhancing cooldown reduction and defense through Revolution subnodes can significantly increase stability and survivability. So I think they show us some gameplay right here just to give us an example. So they're pretty much showing us a maxed out Kallavan with a maxed out Yi-Ring, Dawn, and this is floor 125. So they're pretty much saying that Kallavan is a beast when he's maxed out. So, I mean, sure, he is a beast when he's maxed out. I completely agree. But when it comes to low copies, he's just not that useful. Like, compared to tank units like Endorsey, why should I invest in a tank unit that just deals damage and stuns when Endorsey can do so much more as a tank unit? So overall, he's still not worth it because he's just not a requirement for green element. They literally said that he works best in green element teams. So if you already have Endorsey, there's really no need for you to even go for Kallavan, in my opinion. So he is a great unit with max copies, but if you don't have the ability to max him out, I just wouldn't go for him. There are better units to save up for. So at the end of the day, he's just not a unit that's just worth it, in my opinion. Miscellaneous improvements. This is a lot. I'm not gonna read this. I mean, they're pretty much just talking about improvements that they added into the game. Red dots and stuff like that. It says, let's introduce the major update schedule for November. All right, this is the best part about the dev note. So this part right here, I mean, you guys can go ahead and read this. I'm gonna put the link to the dev note in the comment section down below. But the next part we have here is major updates for November. So first things first, we have adventure expansion up to floor 135. Adventure mode has currently reached floor 125, and we are approaching floor 134, the highest floor established in the original storyline. Since the original story does not extend beyond these floors, we will introduce an original storyline that allows players to ascend beyond floor 135. This new narrative involves acquiring an incomplete key from Rin, which can be obtained by completing the incomplete rift mission upon entering floor 131. After successfully completing the mission, you will gain access to floor 135. Here we have introduced new elements within the existing adventure framework to enhance the challenge and enjoyment. The design features vibrant red tones, reflecting the theme of an incomplete space. This looks crazy. Regarding additional gimmicks, we are introducing a debuff system under the theme of disasters of the tower. The expansion to floor 135 is not meant to serve as a hard mode, rather it continues the adventure mode with added excitement. A challenging hard mode will be available separately after reaching the top floor, allowing players to enjoy it until the next floor unlocks. The floor 135 expansion features will launch with the update on November 20. So this looks dope. I mean, I won't be able to experience this because you're gonna have access to this. I think once you reach floor 131. So I mean, this is really dope. Like the fact that they're adding, in-game content, very, very nice. We have White. All right, here we go. White. As previewed in our recent broadcast, the Tone Authority White is finally arriving. White is an SSR plus magic type melee warrior. So he's going to be a warrior unit, but he is going to be purple element, which is a major W. So warrior character, specializing in single target combat, designed to excel as a close range single target caster. A high ranking member of FUG and one of the three main powers in the tower, White is known as a slayer who is worshipped as a god destined to destroy kings in the ruling class. A unique being created from the 5 souls of the Aerie family through the spell of soul eating, he is incomplete and can only maintain his form by consuming souls. After being reviewed to his prime strength, during the next battle with help from Kunaguero, White allied with Bomb's forces in his fight against Kallavan. However, his true goal is to absorb Bomb's power as it grows. To describe the skill composition, the passive skill Unquenchable Thirst permanently boosts his attack, while his active skill allows him to sweep across the battlefield, mercilessly decimating his enemies. This is very similar to Joaquin, how Joaquin teleports across the battlefield, pretty much one-tapping people. But White is able to do the same exact thing, but this time this dude has a permanent attack boost, which is insane. This can be regarded as White's signature technique. His special move, Flashing Azure Jade, Shining Sword of the Dead, delivers a powerful single strike followed by 10 blades that rain down on the enemy, inflicting substantial damage. Each time these blades hit the same target, they gain a dramatic increase in attack coefficient through an amplification effect, making the damage output even stronger when facing fewer enemies. Bro, this guy sounds sick. This guy sounds insane. So this character showcase is a diverse range of qualities and has garnered much love from many players. Therefore, we put a lot of effort into his creation. White is slated for release in the November 6th update. Wait, are they going to release him next update? And this is his art. This guy looks insane. They said that he's slated for release. So I think what they mean is that he's no longer going to release on November 6th. Maybe he is. I have no idea. But this is his design. Holy crap, this guy looks insane. He looks sick. This guy looks really dope. Soul Guardian Ana. So this is the next SSR character. I knew it. As mentioned in a previous broadcast, this is Soul Guardian Ariana. He's an SSR great range mage of the magic type. Ana is one of the 5 siblings of Aerie and has become a part of White through Forbidden Spell. Due to her frail body and strength, she is not proficient in swordsmanship and instead enhances her power through spell. She is a caster who employs long-range attacks to dissolve enemies with her sorcery jar, while also summoning a bunny doll for a close-range combat. To add further explanation of the bunny doll, it is a combat-oriented doll summoned at the beginning of the fight that strikes the enemy with a great force. Ana's skills are designed to bolster the bunny doll in her special move, Soul Juice Zone. The Soul Zone that pours from the jar inflicts ongoing damage to the enemy. So she's going to be a damage over time unit. While the bunny doll situated in a zone is healed continuously and gains a synergetic effect that causes its basic attacks to deal critical hits. This is crazy. We have damage over time, basic attacks to deal critical hits. So she pretty much has guaranteed crit hits. While previous summon beings were eliminated upon death, Ana has the ability to resummon her bunny doll after a certain period of time when it dies, thanks to her revolution skill. With this, we are delighted to present all the characters associated with White. Ana is set to join you on November 6th, so please stay tuned. So she is going to come next update. Now, when it comes to White, I'm still confused on this part when he said White is slated for release. So I think what they mean is he's just not going to come November 6th, or he is going to release November 6th. If that's the case, bro, that's going to suck, man. We're going to have to grind in that adventure mode and trial area to get a bunch of black market tickets. Next thing we have is special summon for acquiring Ana. So the SSR Ana acquisition summon will take place as a special summon, structured to facilitate easier acquisition and growth than in the past. As mentioned earlier, initially the chance of obtaining Ana through this special summon is 3%. Is 3%. Very good. In addition, normal summon tickets can also be used for the special summon. Bro, this is a W, bro. This is a major W. We can exchange normal summon tickets to get exclusive tickets for the new SSR characters. This is so good. Special summon tickets will also be rewarded through boost missions to allow for more summoning attempts. Oh my gosh, bro. This is a W, man. And we also have the boost mission event right here. This is a W, man. We hope that the SSR non-stop event currently in progress, followed by the SSR Ana special summon, will serve as an opportunity to expand the SSR grade character roster. W. This is a W. The fact that we can exchange our normal summon tickets to get exclusive tickets to summon for new SSR characters is so good. This right here is a major W. White merge along with the release of White. Okay. Bring together the 5 siblings to create White in line with White's release. The redesigned minigame White Merge is set to launch on November 6th. Known for its addictive and fun gameplay, we hope everyone enjoys this game. So this is pretty much the new White event. I think they're going to release White in November 6th, honestly, and that's before collaboration. So, I mean, I think that is still a good thing, the fact that you can get White out the way, and after you summon for White, you can pretty much save up for collab. Giga Boss Battle Season 2. So it says the Giga Boss Battle, which concluded somewhat disappointingly in the last season, is being revamped and is scheduled to return on November 6th as Season 2. So we're going to have Giga Boss Battle again for the next update. I'm not going to read this whole thing because they're just talking about changes for the Giga Boss Battle. You guys can go ahead and read this. So we're just going to go ahead and skip past by all of this. They're talking about barrier and all extra stuff. So you guys can read that at your own time. Tower of Alliances improvements. With each season, the Tower of Alliances continues to evolve. A new strategic feature has been added to Shinsu Flow, allowing certain characters or classes to be banned and introducing fresh tactics to gameplay. Additionally, to strengthen camaraderie within alliances, we have introduced a buff system for members who conquer the tower's top floor. High-ranking members within the alliance will be granted buffs to strive for alliance's victory, while mid and low-ranking members can leverage those buffs to support their strategies. This will further enhance the play experience by encouraging members to clear additional floors. We have also added a feature that allows players to 1. View the decks used by the alliance members during clear attempts, and 2. Easily assemble their own decks, promoting stronger teamwork. For the battle phases, we have scheduled specific floors: floor 34 on Thursdays, floor 69 on Fridays, and up to floor 100 on weekends, creating a cycle that wraps up by the weekend. So we can see a new change to the alliance Tower of Alliances, which is really dope. White, the upcoming update won't include this feature. We are planning to introduce a rapid auto result option for battles in the future, making the Alliance Tower even more engaging. We hope you enjoy an exciting and honorable Season 8 filled with thrilled battles. The next thing we have here is tower rates improvements. Once again, I'm not going to read through all of that. You guys can read that at your own time. And next thing we have is new boss for Alliance Expedition, Thunderclap Still Ill. So he's going to come in the Alliance Expedition. This strategic boss features mechanics that link electric shocks and paralysis. And unlike the previous neutral element White Still Ill, it now has the yellow element. The skills of Thunderclap Still Ill are designed to encourage different strategies, allowing new teammates to shine alongside those previously used. It will add an exciting dynamic to the gameplay. So this is actually pretty dope. The fact that we're going to have a brand new boss for Alliance Expedition, very exciting because we can pretty much, use different characters for this new boss. And of course, we have Archive Revamp. In our recent update, we introduced stat rewards in our archive based on Revolution tiers to recognize regulars who have developed multiple teammates. Beyond character collection and development, our game offers various growth and collection elements. This feature aims to enhance motivation and enjoyment in collecting, providing rewards as players progress through these elements, allowing them to grow stronger over time. The archive-related benefits will include a variety of features such as loot reward enhancements, increased request levels in an agency service center, expanded weekly friend support, and stat buffs for shared growth. During the expansion process, our goal is to ensure that players can achieve these benefits naturally through their regular gameplay without needing additional resources. Pretty dope. We got the archive revamp, which is very nice. Now, last but not least, we have collaboration. So are they going to tell us what the collab is? Finally, here is the latest information regarding the upcoming collaboration. In our previous broadcast, we mentioned that detailed news will be shared during a special live show. However, after further review, we discovered that there is a so-called embargo period which prevents us from revealing details prematurely. That said, in keeping with our promise, we have agreed on a timeline to provide information as possible. We will be holding a special live broadcast on November 18th where we will provide detailed information about the collaboration. We will cover the operational plans for the collaboration, introduce the characters involved, and create an opportunity for additional communication during the broadcast. So they pretty much said we can't tell you guys anything, which is unfortunate, but we are going to have a broadcast live stream on November 18th, and I'm excited about that. I'm definitely going to do a live stream when they do the broadcast on the 18th. This concludes the developer's notes. As we mentioned earlier, we have worked diligently to answer various questions, address concerns and feedback, and prepare the content with a strong sense of responsibility. We will communicate any further shortcomings in an upcoming live broadcast where you can experience the end results and share additional feedback. That's pretty much it for the dev note. So, man, that was a lot, but I will be honest, when it comes to this dev note, they didn't really talk about, future upcoming characters. They only talked about what's going to come in November, and that's pretty much it. They didn't talk about what's going to come in December. They didn't talk about any of that. So I will say, not a lot of information when it comes to future upcoming characters, but they did talk about White and Ana. And I will say, when it comes to, the SSR character Ana, the fact that we have the brand new SSR special summon banner is a major W overall. So I was right. Like, the reason why they didn't give us an SSR character this month is because they were focusing on, fixing the SSR, issue. And this is pretty much their solution by giving us a special summon banner for SSR characters, which is so good overall. Now, when it comes to White, it's pretty obvious that White is going to come next update because collaboration is going to be after White. So, you guys remember I made a video talking about, White being released on December to give us time to save up for him. But unfortunately, he is the next SSR Plus unit alongside with Ana. It's fine. I guess it's fine. I'm definitely going to max him out because he is going to be a purple element unit, but he is going to be warrior. And you guys already know, when it comes to warrior characters, Netmarble, they are the biggest fumbles when it comes to building warrior characters. So hopefully White changes our mind. Hopefully, he is the most busted warrior unit in the game. And they gave us a sneak peek, on his kit, and it seems pretty insane. Permanent attack boost, single target damage, attack coefficient increase. Like, he sounds pretty strong. So really excited for this unit. And Ana, damage over time unit with guaranteed crit, and she's able to resummon her doll, the bunny doll, in combat. Also interesting as well. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below for White's release, Ana's release, collaboration. Give me your opinions, and I'll be ending the video at that. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.